Hello and welcome to Kelly Loves K-Pop. I'm Kelly. Today we're doing a tarot reading on the friendship between NCT or WAYV's 10 and Kun. I'm trying something different today since I usually do my recording during the day, but I find that I just don't have a lot of days that are free for me to record. I'm trying something at night. The volume will probably be a little quieter than I'm used to. Or than you're used to, because obviously people are sleeping in my house, so I'm trying not to be super loud. But so we're gonna test this out and see if it does all right. I might be able to record a little bit more if I can kind of do it quietly at night, where I'm not disturbing my roommates and family that also live here. I think we might be okay. I think we'll be okay. I don't usually talk super loud anyway. So it looks like the lighting situation I have set up now should be okay. I have my big ring light and my soft kind of like box lamp over here. And of course my normal overhead light. So I think it's okay. Trying some different things with the setup just so I can record a little bit more. So, if you don't like this new setup, let me know in the comments. If you watch my other videos, and let me know if it's better or worse, So I always start my friendship readings with a past, present, and future. So I'll do a 3-card spread here, and then I'll do a reading on like each person and see how their current energies are doing right now. Oops. So I actually have my astrology cards too. I believe 10 is an Aquarius and Kun is a Capricorn. And when I do a reading for each of them, I'll pull out these cards and we'll elaborate a little bit more on their astrology sign. It just has some keywords. It's not anything too in-depth. I'm still an astrology noob by all intents and purposes, but I am learning as I go. All right, so past, present, and future. Okay. So, looks like for the past we have the 6 of Pentacles, and this is about it is to give to receive. It's about trying to help out those around you. So I think in the past they definitely worked together, but it was like working together for each other's benefit. I don't think they were super close. Like you can see these two people, they're not really like looking at each other. So I do think when they were around each other in the past, it was probably work related, and I feel like they both had to, like they both have different hands reaching out. Like they both had different, I don't know if maybe they were, when they met, they weren't in the same companies. It seems like they were both doing different jobs, but the jobs kind of interacted. My super loud air conditioner kicks on. That's kind of what I'm getting, is that they kind of knew each other, like they were doing the same job, but they weren't doing it together yet, but they kind of knew each other from that. So it's not anything that seems like super deep, but kind of like knew of each other, it sounds like. And then we have the Knight of Swords. So like currently it's like it seems like they're in like big changes, like something is happening, like a lot's happening quickly around them right now. And their friendship is kind of changing. So I don't know. I know they have at least one unit together, right? But it could just be that like right now, like their friendship, they're very, very busy, but also like with swords, it's like there is like a definite goal. Like they're definitely working together, obviously for the same goal. And it just seems like there's a lot going on. They're just pushing forward. Again, it's a sword suit, so it's like air element. It's like it's communicative. It still feels just not that deep. I don't get the feeling that they're like super close from these cards. And then the Ace of Cups in reverse for the future card also tells me like a falling out. It definitely seems like they're just, all of these cards kind of give me the impression they're more focused on themselves and their friendship. So I just don't see them appearing like they're that close. Like, it seems like they work together well. But in the future, it just seems like there's not a lot of affection there, that they're just kind of gonna end up going their own separate ways eventually. So I don't know when I got this request, if there was a reason, if they were talking about each other or something like that. Like, I just think they get along, but I just don't think it's that deep. They work well together, they're doing what they gotta do. It's cool, but when their paths, you know, their paths are together right now, but when their paths separate in the future, I don't think there's gonna be a lot of work to maintain any kind of like long-term connections. So that's kind of like what I have for the two. So also their astrology signs kind of give me the impression that like 10 is probably a lot for Kun to handle. Like 10 is an Aquarius, and they kind of are very much like go their own way. Well, I'll just read the cards for you for now. So a lot of the keywords for Aquarius is the innovator. It's experimental, rational, unique, liberal, eclectic, group-orientated, humanitarian, free, radical, eccentric, diverse, idiosyncratic, disruptive, edgy, and detached. Like, I want to say like they're not overly extroverted all the time, but like they have a wild side when they let it go, and they're not afraid of like people not really liking them. They're definitely have a strong sense of self and a strong love of themselves. Like, not in an egotistical kind of way. I mean, I guess it can get that way, but it's more just like they're very happy being who they are, and they're very accepting, and it's more like if you don't like them, that's a you problem. So that's kind of like the overall arcing energy for like Aquarius, just generally speaking. So we'll go ahead and do that 10 reading. You know, I recently did the one for him and Taeyong, and there was like a lot going on. So let's see if his relationship with Kun is any calmer. Picking black cards out of a line is fun, but my eyesight is not that good. I might go back to pulling cards the other way just because I know this takes a bit more time, but I do like when I can kind of like feel the energy of the card. The Magician. Oh, is this the 10 of Pentacles? The Star. The 8 of Cups. And Hierophant. Well, again, we have like 3 major arcana, so like 10 definitely has a lot of stuff. Right away, I feel like he feels like there's not a lot of like long term. I feel like he feels a little stuck in like what he's able to create. So I don't know, I just get the feeling like he feels like he's working hard, but he's not feeling like celebrated by his peers. I think as much, I mean, I don't want to say as much as he deserves, but I feel like maybe not celebrated is the right word, but maybe like supported. You know, like this Magician is like, he's creative, he has a lot of like ideas, but like this 10 of Pentacles in reverse is just like you don't have the opportunity. I think I was looking before where like he really wants to, like in his career reading, like he really wants to, I think, do a unit for his country, or the country he's from. So I don't know if this is in relation to that, like he really wants to lead a project for that, and he's not getting the support for it. And I feel like when I see this as like not just the company, but even like the group, like with him, he's not getting like the support from the members. The star though is like he still like is not giving up on that. I don't know, this 8 of Cups too is just like kind of like it feels very much like he's just kind of like giving up on getting the support that he wants from them. So I guess like Kun is like included with this because this is very much like it's about Kun, but it's bigger than Kun. Like, I don't know, it's like I think he's just disappointed. He thought he would have support from the group from this, and he doesn't seem like he is. Whatever it is he's trying to work on. I mean, like I said, that's my guess, but whatever it is, this project, it's like he's just not getting the support, and he's very disappointed. So he's like, fine, I know I can't count on you guys to back me up on this, but I'm not giving up on it. And the Hierophant is like, I guess, like it really is about like gatekeeping, but unlocking the secrets. It's like going to study almost. Like sometimes the Hierophant is like more like a mentor, so it's like he might be looking to someone else for advice on this. Someone obviously like more experienced than him about what he should do. So as far as it relates to Kun, I just think he's kind of feeling like he doesn't really want to talk to them. He's kind of just mad, or I don't want to say mad, but disappointed in that. It's just like, you guys, I can't count on you guys, so whatever, I'm gonna go find someone else who can tell me how to get it done. Like, it just seems he's very like single-minded on like working and creating something. I just don't know if it's like a solo thing, or if it's for like a unit, or just, you know, just general projects he's trying to do. But it is, I think he really thought the group was going to support him more in it, and I think he's finding that they're not. I don't know if it's just like, it's like the dinner table. I really get the feeling like the people that he lives with, so I just don't know if he dorms with them, or it's just like they eat together and like that's how they meet or whatever. But yeah, he's just not, he's not happy. You know, like I guess he just really felt like they should have his back on this. So that's kind of what I'm seeing. Let me see, actually I do want to play with my lantern oracle a little bit more. So let's draw a card or two for 10 and see if it gives us any more clarity on this situation. Okay, so we got voice, which is you're here to be known, so speak and be seen. Again, so, you know, we felt like he wasn't getting listened to, but he definitely, with the star card, obviously wants to do something. He has hope to be even more famous or more well respected than he is. Let's see. We'll pull 3. Ooh. The key to intimacy is, my apologies everybody, there was a bit of an emergency I had to take care of in the last recording session, so it is a different day, but I've got everything laid back out so we can pick up where we left off, which was, I believe, finding out that 10 is a bit unhappy in his situation, or at least kind of seems like he's feeling unsupported by his members. We last drew the card for key to intimacy. You know, intimacy isn't just with, you know, romantic relationships. It's obviously with all of your relationships. You know, these are the rules and the way we relate to people that are close to us in general, right? So it says, intimate love is a core need to be met. Let me not lean in too much here. A core need to be met in relation to ourselves and those closest to us. The journey to intimacy often includes learning what love is not. So that specifically speaks to me about what we're seeing here, is that feeling that you're not supported by the people that you care about, by the people that are supposed to be closest to you, the people that you are relying on. So it's like about him wanting to be seen, him wanting to pursue his personal projects, but it just seems I feels like he's learning he's a bit on his own. And like I said, this is in relation obviously to this reading with Kun, but it's definitely, again, I must reiterate that it feels much bigger than Kun. Kun is just a part, maybe the closest aspect of this overall feeling for 10 that I'm getting in this reading. So I said we draw 3, so I'm going to draw one more Lantern Oracle here, and we'll see what the last one is for 10. How is 10 feeling with this, with Kun? How is 10 feeling with Kun? So responding, not reacting. The only control we have is in how we respond to the hand we are dealt. So again, so this means 10 is probably playing it very close to the chest. I don't see him making a big deal, you know, like outwardly fighting, outwardly causing a scene, but it's like, okay, well, I know the game now, and this is how I'm going to move forward. You know, it's just going to inform how he moves forward with what he wants. Again, I think we said that in the reading too, where it's just like, okay, I see no one's doing this for me, so I'm going to push forward for myself. So he knows he can't do it in this kind of like aggressively negative kind of way. He has to be smart about like what he's doing. So we'll go ahead and do the other side, and we'll see how Kun is feeling in this friendship and what his current energies are right now as well. So put his Capricorn card on top. Okay, we got 2 cards there. I'll put them up here. See how Kun is feeling right now. Go ahead and lay these cards out. Oops. Wish I could get this tablecloth a little tighter so when I do this they don't move. Okay. Hermit, 7 of Pentacles, the World in reverse, Page of Cups, and the Star. We see the Star again. Okay, so we have Capricorn. So this will just give you a little bit about Kun's personality. As a Capricorn, generally speaking, they're more serious, authoritative, ambitious, realistic, traditional, accomplished, competent, prepared, down to earth, reserved, rigid, and disciplined. They just tend to be a more organized, focused type of personality. So let's see. The Hermit. I mean, initially, overall, it felt like You know, the Page of Cups really stood out to me about him trying to make friends, but he feels kind of shut in. So this really feels like he's probably feeling some repercussions of like, you know, the quarantines and the lockdowns, and it feels like he doesn't have the support system he would usually have, or at least he's had less of it. So he's going out and he's trying to find some things. He's trying to learn about himself and do for himself more. And it was like he's putting in this work without the world is like also reaping the benefits and coming full circle, but it's almost like he's not there yet. It's not completed yet. So he's still like struggling. He's still learning these things. So it's like what relationships he does have are very, very important to him. I don't know. There's like a wall there. Like he's trying to understand. It's like he wants to understand, but he's still seeking. He's still waiting. He's still, in many ways, he's still just like learning what people need from him. And like, I don't think he may realize that 10 feels unsupported. In fact, he may actually feel like he is supporting him, but it's probably just not in the way, like he doesn't know how to do it in a way that is beneficial for the friendship. You know, it could be like sometimes you have friends where like, I told them I'm always here if they need to talk, but they don't approach you. So you're not the type that will initiate, right? It's like, oh, they need their space, so I'm giving them their space. It kind of feels a bit like that, you know, kind of like he's waiting for a signal. So maybe it's something that they'll repair in the future when like they're ready to have these conversations, because I just don't think they're quite ready yet. You know, the star is like very hopeful. It's like he hasn't given up on the friendship. He doesn't really know what he needs to do to repair it or be more involved right now. You know, but I think he wants to sit and listen and be there for 10. You know, none of these cards tell me there's any ill intentions or bad feelings or anything. It's just like, it's almost like he's not prepared for this situation. He's just not sure what he should say or do, and he's trying to figure that out, but it's going to take time. He's just never, you know, this kind of situation isn't something that you know, deal with on a regular basis, right? And in some ways it tells me like there could be a slight fear of like, I need to stop saying like so much. There could be like a slight fear that he can't publicly support for, you know, fear of backlash, but it could be like how he has to publicly present isn't how he really feels. He just doesn't know how to walk that fine line between showing his support and not making the company or management or somebody like mad, because they're obviously like, NCT feels like they're highly managed, watched by management all the time. It really feels like there's nothing they do that the company does not know. So it could be why we're seeing a lot of them kind of getting in trouble for things most idols could like sneak off in a corner and do, if you know what I mean. You know, they're getting caught. So I think it's something like that where it's he can't publicly say it, but he wants to, and he wants to just be there for his friend, but he doesn't know how to right now. So I think that's something they're going to work out in the future. But I'm going to go ahead and pull 3 oracle cards just like I did for 10, because I feel like that's fair and I like to even it out. And I just like to mix it up. Sometimes I would, you know, some readings I will pull more tarot cards, but you know, I'm in the mood to use my oracles today. You know, you get new toys and you want to use them, so. All right, so we'll do 3 cards. Okay, spirit self, be who you are as you are. I think he needs to just understand, like, he doesn't have to be the perfect friend. He just has to be there, you know. And I think this is, again, this is a bit of a timing card. Like, he'll know when it's the right time, you know, just sitting, watching, waiting, you know, learning. Because, like, again, I don't think 10 is going to sit out and call out anyone. He's not dumb. I'm sure he understands that some people's hands are tied, and it's, you know, what he wants. No one owes him that, but it would be nice. So I think Kun is just kind of like, just take your time, evaluate the situation, and see what can be done anyway. And we'll pull a second card. Melting Mask. Allow your spirit self to shine through the many roles you fulfill. Okay, so this is kind of like, he's going to have to also just, he has to continue to do his job. You know, he's there, number one, as an artist, as an idol, and, you know, his friendships unfortunately are a secondary role to that, and it may feel like he really has to keep up appearances. Again, like I touch on, I feel like they feel like they're watched all the time. So it could be an aspect, again, to that. Like, he's waiting, he has to watch, he has to, you know, do what he's being paid to do, and he can't speak up for other people without repercussions. So it's like, just do what you have to do, you know, keep focused, right? We'll do one more. That one seems like it wants to jump out, so let's take, oh, we have voice again. So I will say, in this reading, this card specifically feels like this is like, you have to put, he has to put himself first, you know. As much as it would be good to speak out on behalf of his friends, like, everything else in this reading really leans on, like, if he's going to be seen, if he's going to be heard, he has to do it in a way that's beneficial most to him. So if he's going, you know, don't forget that she's, you know, she's here playing the harp. They're there singing their song, right? So I just think there's a fear for Kun to speak out of turn, almost. I don't, just getting the sense that, like, maybe Kun has spoken out before or out of turn and been punished for speaking out against like what management wanted, or like he was sticking up for one of the other guys and he may have been punished in the past. So I just feel like there's a fear there for him to speak up. Like, that's really what's coming through for me. But I do think in the future, this also is talking about, he needs to find a way to get through to 10 and show him that he's going to, you know, be there for them. You know, he needs to seek that out, but I just don't think he's ready to yet. And that's just part of the issue that they're dealing with. It's part of the problem. But when they get there, he'll be ready to do that eventually. So I know, I'm sorry this reading is so disjointed after it got interrupted. I've never really done a reading before that got so interrupted. I had to come back and finish it on an entirely different day. So the vibe isn't quite the same for this half of the reading, and I'm sorry for that. But yeah, I just get a very, like, stay in your lane vibe for Kun, even though he really wants to be there for 10. I just don't think he knows how to right now, or there's a fear of, like, if he doesn't do it in the right way, he'll pay for it later. So, like, again, it really feels like there's a past issue that's holding him back in that sense for me. So I'm just not sure. So if anybody knows any issues with Kun possibly, like, getting reprimanded for speaking out of turn or something, please let me know, because I'm really curious. That's like a nagging feeling I'm having. But all right, that's what I have for 10 and Kun's friendship. Thank you for your request. Again, I just want to reiterate that I am not taking free requests at the moment. I'm only taking paid requests through my Ko-fi page. So you can order a celebrity reading there. It's like $5 for this. If you press the support button, I'll do a reading on any celebrity you want. Or you can order a private reading, and I can do a private reading either in a private video for you or through email. So feel free to contact me if you're into that, or check out my Ko-fi page. The link will be in the description. And if you enjoyed this reading, please give it a like, share it with your friends. Come back, and I upload every week. So hopefully I'll see you guys again real soon. Take care of each other and take care of yourselves. I'll see you soon. Bye.